me Z and T, cause I'm the best in the game. I got the fame, the style that isn't lame.
Hey, is there a cassette tape anywhere?
I sure do. This cassette is the best, I can attest. Best cassette in the east to the west. Yeah, I ain't a rapper. This cassette's dapper. I'm no capper.
Okay, do you mind if I take that off your hands?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, thank you.
No problem, bro.
And this is this week's Closet Classics.
Hi, I'm Kevin Parker, and this is Now Showing. This month, we have some new shows, including Aquat, which is a new one, with Ray Cataloni being Johnny Damon. Also with Nomar Garcia-Parra and Cam Neely. But we also have on that show a poetry group, filmed by Derek. Let's see a clip of this wonderful show. That was interesting. Well, anyways, the next new show is Topics, a new community affairs program hosted by BCAT veteran Phil Gallagher. He discusses a variety of interesting topics, with both local and regional guests. Let's see a clip.
Mayor Menino, from what I read, is notoriously thin-skinned. Is this correct in your view? And does he just simply wait it out and punish both Kerry and the police department by leaving this as an open wound during the labor associated parties convention?
Well, no, because even though he's obviously unhappy with some of the things Kerry has done, he's a good Democrat and he wants the Kerry Edwards ticket to come out of here with as big a boost as they can get. I mean, that would reflect well on him, regardless of whatever personal feelings he may have about Kerry.
Next new show will be the showing of Pride Day. Of course, Pride Day was so wonderful, and the BCAT crew was at the Common to capture Pride Day's spirit. Peter Coppola and Arlene DiRico bring an up-close look at the event. Let's see a clip.
Fine situation. I'm standing here on my own. A little gratification from holding hands on the telephone. There's an empty chair by my window, an empty hole in my heart, an empty space and it's by my side, tearing me apart. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I wish you were here, I do. I wish you were here. Hey, I do, yeah. I do, yeah. I do, yeah. 'Cause I do.
Wow, it must have been hot that day, like it is today. If I'm gonna host this show, I want some service. Where's my cold drink?
Oh,
and a straw. Thank you. Refreshing. Anyways, the next show was The Day the Music Lived, which is Richie Sarno, who recently visited the National Heritage Museum and produced a special on the artist's icon called The Day the Music Lived. Let's see a clip of this.
He really could sway and swing. They called him the rock and roll king, yeah. And when he used to wiggle his hips, the girls did a back over flip. But now he is gone. His music plays on and on. Elvis, he would never stop. Elvis, until he made it to the top. Elvis, may God rest his soul. He was the king of the rock and roll. They called him the king of the rock and roll.
We're here at the National Heritage Museum in Lexington, Massachusetts, where an exhibit entitled Artist to Icon is taking place. Some breathtaking black and white photographs of the early years of music legends Elvis Presley, the Beatles, and Bob Dylan. Hi, I'm Richie Sarno, and thank you for joining us. And I'd like to take you on a tour of these photographs here at the National Heritage Museum.
The next new show will be Elvis Visits BCAT. He's not really visiting BCAT because he's dead, but Dana Z, backed by Learn to Swim, pay tribute to Elvis with their in-studio performance of several of his classics. Let's see a clip.
Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay over my blue suede shoe. You can knock me down, step on my face, swinging my arm all over the place. Do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay over my shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay over my blue suede shoe. You can burn my house, steal my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar. Do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay over my shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay over my blue suede shoe. Well, play it out. Oh, yeah. The 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay over my blue suede shoe. Well, blue suede shoe, blue suede shoe, blue suede shoe, blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoe.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is the next new show showing, which is actually a play performance presented by the Drama Shop featuring BCAT volunteer Sachin Masi and produced by him as well. Let's see a clip. The next new show is Producer Spotlight, with Sally Willard, who produces 3 series here at BCAT. Aside from her producer efforts, she volunteers on other BCAT projects. BCAT decided to sit down with Sally and feature her in BCAT's Producer Spotlight.
Sally Willard started participating with BCAT just a little over a year ago. She is the founder of the networking company Groups and Meetings and had a vision to start an informative program for entrepreneurs. Without any previous TV experience, Sally went forth with her idea and became producer of the program she entitled Entrepreneur's Corner. She arranged for fellow entrepreneur Kathy Malloy to co-host the show, coordinated a crew, and scheduled guests.
We were totally inexperienced by the time we got to our first show, but I went ahead and did things like put together an opening and a closing and all the graphics and a PSA, and so by the time we got on the air, we at least looked like we had something.
After the first taping, everyone was excited about the completion of the first episode. However, ideas were already in the works for improvement. In the next few episodes, the set was dramatically improved with a different look, including the donation of a rug and new chairs. Sally also worked to improve the production quality by reworking the intro and adding features such as roll-ins and tips from guests.
I came in doing this show thinking, well, we'll see how it goes. And I did a lot just in terms of putting together my graphics for the show. And I learned a few things technically on the computer end in order to do that. But after that, I've just kind of gone with it and learned how to do the different things. I started out editing a couple of things on the linear editing system, where you're just working with the VHS or SVHS tape. And I graduated to get into nonlinear editing so that I can actually create something like I did with roll-ins for especially the Barry Bruce show. When Barry was my guest, and that to me was like just great, because I got to go out and I went to his golf outing and to a class, and I just taped, and then I took all of the stuff I had and I put it together as a 2-minute piece, and it worked.
Sally was not only working to make improvements on her program, but she quickly became involved in volunteering for BCAT in multiple ways. She's a contributor to B News Weekly and regularly crews Couch Classics, BBRT Talks, as well as many BCAT specials. As Sally's production experience developed, she began to produce 2 other programs, The Last Word Toastmasters and The Golf Corner. It's always exciting to watch a producer become enthusiastic about their productions and their skills develop to create good quality productions, especially when they came to BCAT with no production experience.
What I said when I first started out was, oh, I'll do this, and then I won't have, then I won't take any time at all. Well, I was wrong, but I wasn't wrong because it just takes time, but because I enjoy it so much that I want to learn more and do different things. And I think whatever you do, it's like that. You get out of something what you put into it.
Sally has really discovered the creative possibilities that exist within the medium of video production. It shows in her productions and in her continued interest in BCAT.
When you get to be closer to retirement than starting out, you start thinking, well, what do I want? I want to do something I enjoy. And I think that I've learned enough that maybe I could take some of this and as an itinerant entrepreneur, go on to something else in my entrepreneurial life. I've got a great education just by coming in and doing things, in all the different aspects. So it's been great.
Well, we're almost out of time. The last thing you can do is look on the educational channel for replays from the 2003 to 2004 school year, including specials like The Great Electricity Show and Amy Poehler Returns to Burlington. Let's see a clip.
Into the business after high school. So please be respectful and raise your hands if you have any questions. That being said, who is Amy Poehler?
Who is she?
She graduated this very high school in 1980. theater and music production. So that being said, Amy Poehler.
Oh, thanks. Thank you for that intro. Well done. Hi. Thanks for coming here today. It's been a long time since I've seen this side of 7:30. I've usually seen the other side. Happy to be here. And I think today we have a bunch of different groups of people from all different kinds of classes. So I welcome any different kinds of questions. Don't have to necessarily have to do with TV. I went to school here in 100 years ago. No, I graduated 15 years ago, and at the time, I think you guys could probably help me out, but BCAT was just kind of starting as a facility in the school, and the school was very different and also very much the same. Where to begin? I guess I'm here today to talk a little bit about maybe my path and where I came from, and just to give you a brief overview of how I got to be able to speak to you today. I graduated in '89 and moved to Chicago because at the time I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I knew that I wanted to, I knew I could wait tables in any city, so I figured, also because there was a theater there called Second City in Chicago, and also this place called Improv Olympic, which taught improv there, and I had been involved in some plays here and some musicals here, although I have to say, frankly, not as much as I would have liked. I think I should have started a little earlier. I didn't really.
Thanks for watching. I'm Kevin Parker. This is my cold drink, and we're here on Now Showing, the show where we show shows that will be shown on BCAT. We'll see you next month. Bye.
Are you aware that Burlington Cable Access Television, the same station that has been bringing you the best in community-based television programming, is just a mouse click away on the World Wide Web? Come visit us at www.bcattv.org, where you will find useful information such as our programming, how to contact us, maybe even find some snapshots of your friends and neighbors from one of the community events. That's www.bcattv.org.